I'm gonna refill my drink really quick. Okay, good. Looks like the frame stopped dropping. Okay. Let me refill my drink real quick and we'll get back. Alright, and we're back. Sorry, I should have put up a picture of Rory or something. Mischievous Rory. Alright. Okay. That's probably, settled down a little bit. I don't think it's anything like people DDoSing. I think it's just the ISP. It's either the ISP or like the ISP, something along the chain of my ISP to OBS to YouTube occasionally screws up. Curious that it does not happen, that it does not often cause me to lag in the game when it's lagging on OBS. Historically, if it's lagging on OBS, then it is like strictly the ISP or the wiring or something on the outside that's causing like actual lag on the internet. Versus this is kind of weird because it seems like I don't lag in game sometimes, but sometimes I do, but the OBS stream itself lags. So I'm not sure, that's a little different from what I've seen in the past. But we'll keep looking. If it lags, like if it starts lagging again, like I said, we might switch over and try out Twitch. We might try out Twitch here in a little bit anyways, just to sort of see how it goes. I mean, I guess I could see a world where maybe I do Twitch like late night or something. I don't know. I am curious in trying out that platform too, just to see how it goes. I know I have had people requesting a lot to try it out for years. And it would be nice if I could get... Because I've had people say, hey, can I give you my Twitch Prime? You know, messages, do you have a Twitch account? And I'm like, no, I don't. And they're like, okay, well, I guess I can't do it then. So it would be nice to get Twitch Prime, but... Linux is telling me, like, the payout's extremely low on that. What I would think is low. You know, only getting like $1.50 out of $5 is highway robbery, I feel like. I mean, it's better than nothing, but like... Jesus. It's gonna be, like... I'm not even gonna cover the taxes hardly on it. Like on YouTube, most of the time you get 350. For like US people, it's 350. And then for international places, sometimes it's, I don't know if it's ever more, but sometimes it's less. And then through PayPal, it's 450. So PayPal is by far the best. As far as like, if you want the actual money to go to me and not to like, you know, a third-party vendor, if you're trying to support me and the channel, you get 450 off of PayPal, which is why I do the $5 discount or whatever off of coaching as well, because I encourage people to do the PayPal. But the other stuff does work too. Oh, I forgot. I'll have to ask Christine to be a friend. I forgot about that. Pick Lucian, huh? Grid.
Feel the thorns embrace.
I don't think I'm gonna pop onto a random Discord. I really wish it would show you the other people. I think in game that would fix, because they want people to like. Oh, support or Zera support maybe. I'm getting real tired of all these poke supports. Honestly, it's just so obnoxious. I guess. But one of these like talk shows, I don't remember which one it was, but it's probably Beyond the Rift. I watched Beyond the Rift, Hotline League, and The Dive. It's probably Beyond the Rift, or they had I think Beyond the Rift is probably the best one in terms of like good in-depth analysis. The Travis Gafford's Hotline League is pretty good too. And The Dive is okay. It has kind of a corporate feel to it sometimes, you know, because that is by all Riot employees, but still pretty good. But anyways, one of them recommended like that you make the enemy team visible to you during champ select, so you know who they are, and then that would help out a ton with solo queue, because then like, because right now a major problem with solo queue is it comes down to who gets their main role and who gets one tricks. Like, on their team. Like, that's a lot of it. So there is skill expression, and you can still definitely climb. It's not to say you can't, and it's just a coin flip. But it's unequivocally, like, if you're on your main role playing your main champion, and the enemy team is auto-filled, and they've never played that champion, then it's really bad. So, you know, one possible solution to that would be get rid of autofill, which they're not going to do. We've talked about that before. Another option would be just show the name of the person on the enemy team. Ideally, if they had an in-game client that would show, like, stats and, like, most played champions and things, that would be good. But if they at least showed the name, then you could go on to something like op.gg and just say, okay, the enemy team has this one person as a one-trick, you know, Riven player top. And then that way you can ban out their Riven. So if you are filled top, then you're not going to get completely murdered. And it would encourage people to play more diverse champions, because they could get banned out. That's how it works in pro play. You know who you're facing. It's not random people in pro play, so they can target ban. You know, the issue is with that is like a lot of people really like the idea of one-tricking and getting really good on a single champion, and so that would make one-trick people kind of mad. But it's no guarantee they would ban out your one-trick every time. You know, they would have to think, am I going to ban the really overpowered stuff, like the Aatrox, the Irelias, that type of stuff? Or am I going to ban this guy's one-trick Vel'Koz, you know? So, I think it would add more strategic diversity. No, Flash. I should have just worded it. I didn't think they were going to troll. But they did. I should have just worded it. But I think that would help, and that's more realistic, too, like, compared to, for the pro game. Just being able to, and that would help you make more informed choices about dodging, too. That's only for, like, top-end people. Then you could say, okay, my team has all this bad stuff going on, but then so does the enemy team. They don't know how to play their champion, so I guess I'll play it. No. But mostly just to help, like, encourage more champion diversity and to limit the amount of power that one-tricks have if someone else is auto-filled. Then at least the auto-filled person could go look at their lane and ban out the best champion that the person plays in that lane. The Zeraths, the Luxes, all this crap is just so obnoxious right now. People are picking that because Zerath is really good against things like Zyra and Brand, primarily. Like, you just pretty much have to get ganked, and the fact that, like... But if you gank, like you saw last time with the Lux, you just completely run over the game. Like, that's the risk, is like, if the jungler has a brain and, like, comes and camps for you, then you destroy him. But if it's just like an Amumu that's just walking around farming, you know, it's gonna be tough for you.
Wait until take root.
We have 7 CS. 22. I have a plant. Holy crap.
Careful step.
Like, so much of the game right now does hinge on the jungler, I think. Especially in the bot lane. That's what it's feeling like. Now, this has really been a new evolution in the last, like, few days, I feel like. So maybe some YouTubers made a video about it. I don't know. But I feel like I've only seen these, like, every game is a hard poke champion in the last, like, 3 days or so. Every game is, like, Lux or Zerath or Vel'Koz. It won't kill the Challenger player base. It'll make Challenger actually, like, more congruent with pro play. I think a lot of the top-end Challengers, like, people who get there consistently all the time aren't one-tricks. They can play, like, other champions. I think Challengers would actually like it. I'm pretty sure it was a Challenger that made the suggestion on Beyond the Rift. Because, like, autofill is the worst in Challenger. Because you don't really want to dodge because it's like 30-minute queues. And autofill happens all the time because it just basically has to take anybody that's online that's remotely close to you in terms of rank because there's so few people. I might just have to play Rakan all the time just so I can, like, kill things like Zerath. It's just so good against Zyra. Like, Zyra was really good last week, but now everybody's playing Zerath, Vel'Koz, all that crap, and... It's like, autofill is terrible, so if you knew who you were playing against, you could at least even it up a little bit. I mean, they're more likely to switch roles, too, but still. Like, if you get 2 AD carries on your team, you know, someone's gonna get screwed over, probably. 19 to 47. Get him, plants! Damn it. Double kill. This game's basically over.
Take careful steps.
An ally has been slain.
A promising garden.
An ally has been slain.
Maybe I should be playing Vel'Koz more.
Venture off the beaten path.
The problem is, whenever I want to play something like Vel'Koz or Xerath, it feels like that I always get camped. Like, it's just so dicey. It just feels like it's kind of turned into paper, rock, scissors, like, this last few days. I thought the meta at the beginning of the preseason was actually pretty good, but now it's kind of devolved. Now, it is getting nerfed on Tuesday, the Dark Harvest, but it is kind of devolving into paper, rock, scissors, though. Just like whose jungler camps. What it feels like a lot of it is.
More to see.
Like, okay, do I play Zyra against kind of the engaged tanks in lane, like the Leonas and stuff like that? Or am I supposed to play Rakan against the poke supports? Rakan's not even, like, super amazing against poke supports, but... Dude, for real, though?
An ally has been slain.
A promising
He's not that great. Like, he's okay. It's just, like, against this type of lane, like, they just have the best bot laner possible with Lucian. And then they're against Zyra, who, like, gets hard countered by Xerath, and then he just sits there and spams his spells. With, like, no fear of a jungler. Like, if we had a jungler at all... I mean, this is exactly what happened yesterday with the Lux, or, like, last game with Lux, right? Like, Lux was trying to move up and spam a bunch of stuff, and she was doing okay, but then I was playing a hard engaged support like Rakan, and just every time my ult was off cooldown, we killed her. And the jungler just came down and camped. It's so easy to just farm her all day because she has no escapes. The same thing with Xerath. And Vel'Koz, it's all of those types of champs. They want to push up and poke you under tower, and that naturally makes you very vulnerable to junglers. But if the jungler never comes, then you get full control. It's kind of like just a better version of the Leona sort of trade-off. Where it's like, if you get left alone in lane, you can probably dominate. And just abuses Dark Harvest a lot better, but he's not even using Dark Harvest for some reason. It's a huge mistake. I don't know, maybe I'll try Xerath support next game. Or Vel'Koz. I mean... Wow, we got him without him ulting. Okay. I mean, I guess that's a minor win. Amumu can't do anything, though. Like, he's getting obliterated. He's short range. You know, every lane's losing very badly. So it's not like all Amumu's fault in the sense of like his gameplay. He can only be one place at once, but it's Amumu's fault for like playing Amumu in this current meta. Like Amumu just can't do anything pre-6, and then even post-6, it's like he's best in a meta that's lots of team fights and tanks because he does percentage damage with his tier and he has like a big AoE, you know, ability. Just not what this meta is right now. This meta's like win hard. I'm dead. He's gonna flash on me, yeah, because he's Lucian. Maybe Fizz. I mean, if we win, it'll probably be because Fizz is just going hard.
A promising garden.
I just don't think I can play Zyra. I mean, I had a really good week with Zyra, but who are the best junglers right now? Kha'Zix, I think, is #1. I think that, like, Lee is actually really good. If you're good on Lee, Camille. Probably Kha'Zix, Camille, Lee. Graves and Zen are still pretty good. Anything that's, like, early game that can fight. Shaco. Shaco's extremely good if you're good on Shaco. Get that chant. God, I hate Xerath. Get that out of here. He might be able to kill me with his ult. We'll see. Can't hit anything. But it doesn't matter. Definitely not trying Poppy. Oh, not Fiddle in the jungle either. I mean, I was thinking maybe Fiddle bot lane. But I think he's going to get blown up by these poke champs, too. I guess we'll go with that.
Such a busy world.
It would be better if he gank bot as kills their breath. Yeah, that's true, Chris. Yeah, I mean, Fizz is trying to hook us up. You see, every time Fizz comes down here, they get kills. Like, we at least go even. And it gives Jhin time to farm whenever Fizz comes down here. So Fizz is trying, but Fizz is, like, getting murdered. I mean, Fizz knows that, like, Xerath is a sitting duck. Oh, God. I didn't even see him. I mean, Amumu's just a worthless champion, right? Like, they just need to rework him for real. Like, I know they changed some of his abilities, but maybe not a maybe not a full rework, but like just rework like some of his abilities. Yeah, I'm cool with getting out of this one. It's not even fun to play it, really. Honestly, I can't blame the Lucian for that one. Like, maybe if they made Amumu's tiers, like, actually apply a slow. Like, just naturally. He doesn't have to get a Rylai's. Like, that might be enough. Well, we just need somebody to come down. I mean, this was this dude's first time Xerath, too, as far as I can tell. They weren't even that great. He's a 63% Amumu player. Like I said, it wasn't completely his fault. It's just everybody lost. He's a one-trick Amumu. I mean, just like everybody lost. So, you know, I'm not saying like I'm not trying to blame everything on the jungler. Like, everybody got destroyed. The Jhin was auto-filled. He never played. But it's just the champion in this current meta is really rough. He just doesn't do what champions need. But I think if they gave a slow to Amumu's tears, then that might be enough. Because then that would be like, okay, if he gets on you, he's actually able to stick to you with his tears. Or if it gave like a stacking debuff, like if he, I like the idea of going with a curse. Like the longer he stays on you, it gives a debuff like for your allies. So his passive does something like that. Like they reworked his passive to try to do some of that. So like his problem is like his bandage toss is a skill shot that you have to hit to get close. If you don't hit that, then you're not getting close. And that's a huge difference between him and a lot of other people like Camille, for example, who can just jump on you, you know, or like a bunch of other champions that have more mobility, or like Lee Sin, who can at least get close to you with his ward hop. I think this should be his spells, not just his basic attacks. I think it should be all of his spells apply this. That would be a good start. It's like, why is the cooldown on this like 16 seconds level 1? Is it really that dangerous of an ability? You know, why not just make it like 12 to 8 damage? And this one just feels like it's super outdated. Yeah. And there's no way this should be a 150-second cooldown, like compared to like Nico's is 90 seconds when Nico's is coming out, you know, and a lot of these other champions like are 120 is kind of the standard. It should be the standard for most cooldowns on ult, especially if they're like very ult dependent. Like he needs this ult to do anything in a team fight. So I think it should start at 120. Should be like 120, 180 or something like that. Here's E shreds armor. His passive doesn't lower MR. You're thinking of the old passive. It adds true damage. Actually, the lowering magic resist was Fiddle. Need to refresh. It's mostly in today. It's a lot better today than it was yesterday, so maybe they're making progress over there. I don't know. I mean, if he could hook to ledges and things like that, kind of like Nautilus, that would help a lot with his mobility. First pick. What a treat. Yeah, I dropped off a cliff there a little while ago. God, why can't they just get these connections right? Not banning a Kali. I'm banning Kha'Zix. They can have a Kali.
They fear me.
I guess let's go with Rakan blind. I don't know. Like, I kind of want to pick, like, Vel'Koz or something, but...
Let's dance.
This felt like I liked having all those ults last time. How do I take emotions out of playing? I mean, it's tough. Sometimes I still get emotional. Not like super emotional, but I'll get like kind of jaded and sarcastic sometimes. I mean, you just got to kind of look at the long con. Say in the long run, like each individual game doesn't matter that much. It's just what matters is trying to improve as a player. I like Amumu. I think giving Amumu's W a slow would be a move in the right direction, because then he could get Leandries and actually be like a pretty heavy damage threat early on. And that would make it like, if he hits his Q, then he's definitely going to stick to people. Like, his default is he's stuck to them, unless they have some kind of movement or displacement or something. Or they could make it shred, you know, magic resist or armor off his tiers. Something like that. I think muting people helps a lot. If they just start saying stupid stuff, even if they're not directly attacking you, if it's just like causing you some negative brain power, then just mute him. Favorite type of music? It really depends on the situation. I like a lot of different kinds of music.
Starts now.
Welcome to Summoner's Rift.
Chill hop, jazz, things like that are pretty nice.
I want them to hear the music.
30 seconds until minions spawn.
Is my cloak right? Yes, it is.
Give me that 5 AP.
I was worried there for a second.
Minions spawn.
Oh, come on, dude. For real? It's like, who wards that? Or checks that?
Magic is supposed to be scary. Love is supposed
What's the
to
cooldown on that Poro ward?
Ecstasy needs a little
Right over there. Like, seriously, who watches that? Like, alright, we gotta counter this guy's Poro ward. I don't think Poro ward should disappear for that long either. Like, that's pretty stupid. I don't know. Like, I really miss the old zombie ward. Like, I don't think it was that abusive. I loved it. It was great for people that were smart. Maybe they thought it was too much for pro play, but I don't know. I didn't think it was gonna be that bad.
I can't die looking this good.
This Ashe is actually farming pretty well, so that gives me some hope.
This looks like another dangerous situation.
First blood.
Fun. I need some fun. Now. Bleeding. My lady's gonna heal me.
Annie coming down. Now.
I will make them dance. I will make them hear.
Alright, well, that means we can kill her when I'm 6. When Ashe is 6, probably. She's not gonna have her flash till like 10 minutes.
Reveal what is hidden.
Every road leads someplace.
An ally has been slain.
Don't leave nothing. Bring it all.
I'm gonna run back to lane just so I get as much experience as I can.
Gotta get myself hyped. One, two. Woo! All right.
It'll be back up by the time I get to my ult. That's the only reason I did it.
Zaya, hey! Damn, where is she? I hate it when she leaves. Look good, feel good, let's kick some ass. They ain't ready for what I'm bringing.
We're so far up in farm. How does she get a BF sword and we didn't? What?
See me. They will see my dance.
Oof. That was a scary one. They got it.
Don't take a lot of words.
Yeah, we got her flash. So low. Get killed by anything here. Oh my god, what? Okay, well I guess they got it.
Humans think that to believe in something you have to be serious.
Yeah. Oh, he's top. Oh, never mind. Alright, fine, fine, fine.
An enemy has been slain.
Let's see what these animals can do.
I think Sivir's better than Ashe in general. This Ashe is actually playing pretty well.
I can't wait to see what I'm gonna do.
I'll hold on to my, hold on to it. I thought about running back down there with Predator, but...
It's all filthy and dangerous. And that's why I love it.
Ashe is gonna have her ult. How is her ult up faster than mine? Might have presence of mind also. I could actually be really good on Ashe. Presence of mind, ulti, hunter, Ashe. I don't really need it to start a fight with her though, I don't think.
An ally has been slain.
They've never seen moves like mine. I need to know where the action is. I need my love to hurt. I need the world to be scary. I don't apologize for it. I feel good. Look right. Moves. Time to show it.
I should have gone for eyeball collection.
I don't do safe. If you weren't a little
My ult's on like a 75-second cooldown. Dude, I love it.
An ally has been slain.
Oh my god.
It's a revolution. And it's
Yeah, I missed the W. I thought she went behind. I guess maybe that doesn't always happen. I don't know.
magic we call life. I don't want to rule. I am a chronic lion.
I mean, something like Leona with Dark Harvest also, like, just those 2 runes to give you so much more, like, ult is sweet. Okay, he flashed.
Ladies and gentlemen, I am here to entertain.
Oh god! The sneak attack though. I need to put my Poro somewhere. She doesn't have ult.
Destroyed a turret.
God, I wish Banner of Command was still in the game.
I have got to stop talking to myself. Where are you?
Probably warded. Whoa, how did she not get flipped? What? He was right on top of her, I thought.
I don't need to understand the plan. I trust my love.
The plays. Gosh. Dude, this ult, man. I love these runes with this ult. It's up always. Rek'Sai is gonna try to come over this here and like make a play on me, probably. Yeah. Oh, did he flip a minion? Okay. I should probably buy something since I've got like 1,000,000 gold. I mean, I probably need tier 2 boots, but like, those 2 items are just so strong.
I think they underestimate my charm. How is that even possible?
They're grouped up, huh? Oh, they trying to group? Come on, man. Very obvious. They're all gonna be there.
Promises. Only that I can remember.
Damn, that silence, like that 3-second silence was pretty intense. Man, I don't know, we were really far ahead, and like we had Ash hit a good arrow, so I was like, alright. But then the knock-up was pretty rough.
Ain't nothing I say should be taken seriously. That's why it's the truth. The universe loves me.
Hey, just quit playing like garbage. It'll be fine, like we can win. Not hard to figure out. Like you're walking up the lane by yourself this late.
I want them to see. I will walk in. I will dance. They will part.
Cho'Gath's obnoxious. That silence, I swear to God. I should have just jumped away. I keep trying to land the W, but he desperate. Like, why don't people ever get Leandries anymore on Singe? Like, it's so good, especially after the buffs. Yeah, let's go for redemption.
Safe. There's wildness in the bees and the flowers. It's just a fury humans don't see.
Lead the way.
Let's see what's happening now. I got freedom.
Yeah, but the AP, I don't even think the AP was nerfed. It was buffed tremendously. With the burn damage, it went from like 2% per second to like 2.5. Even more if you didn't have the burn on him, or if you didn't have the slow.
Collecting stuff. It's about seeing
Can I effing move? Jesus. At 3 seconds though.
humans will never understand our kind until they hear the song.
And maybe I needed Mercury Treads, I don't know.
They ain't seen you in that It's magic that's wild. shit don't get out of control, it ain't a party.
I was waiting until someone else got in range for the knockup.
Danger is as fun as you let it be.
Okay. It was just checking, I suppose.
I'm offended by how little attention I was given.
God, I really wish zombie. I mean, maybe I should try zombie again. That was really fun earlier on in the season, because now I could use zombie with predator. I would have to give up the 15% off of ulti hunter though. I could use Shirelia's too with that.
You're only given a little spark. You must- I'm gonna show people some of the strange.
Okay, never mind, never mind. Alright, fine, fine, fine. Got him with the ace. I still like the money bags emote the most. The rip emote's pretty good, but I'm just a sucker for monocles. What can I say? Get out of McDonald's Wi-Fi. Mickey D Wi-Fi, baby. Runes are awesome. That's what they are. Maximum ult CDR. My ult, like, even early on, it was like 75-second cooldown. I was like, yeah, the only reason we lost bot lane was because of the Rek'Sai pathing. God, I wish Banner was back though. I could still do like a Redemption Shirelia's. The problem is, like, I still think that Ardent and Zeke's are so good. I'm not sure. I just really want to make Ingenious Hunter a thing, especially with Predator. But I mean, the main thing is I want Presence of Mind and Multi Hunter. Thanks, Ernie.